Okay, so weaving. You know, like weaving?
Right.
We've got some really
Yeah.
interesting stuff here about becoming a weaving machine operator.
Right.
It sounds, from what you sent over, like maybe you're thinking about switching careers.
Well, whether it's a career move or just,
Yeah.
good old-fashioned curiosity, we are here to break it down.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more to it than just pushing buttons.
I was just looking at this career guide, weaving machine operator, and one of the things I saw, it mentioned computer-controlled weaving machines.
Right.
So are we talking like giant futuristic
Yeah.
looms,
Yeah.
but also maybe still a pretty loud and dusty place to work?
Yeah, you're right on the money there. The
Yeah.
industry's modernizing for sure.
Yeah.
But those, kind of core environmental factors, those are still often going to be part of the picture. It's a real blend of high tech and,
Right.
let's just say it, kind of hands-on.
Yeah.
That's why physical stamina is right there
Wow.
next to quality control in this guide.
Right. So it's not enough to just like love fabrics and textiles and stuff. You need to be the kind of person who likes to problem solve, work independently, probably do some heavy lifting.
Oh, yeah. It's, it's kind of like if you think about conducting an orchestra, right? But instead of instruments, you've got all these threads.
Right.
And the weaving machine operator, they're responsible for making sure they all work together to create that, that perfect final product.
Speaking of perfect final product, it's not just like clothes anymore, right? No, we're talking home textiles, even technical materials. I don't even know what technical materials are.
Oh, well, now you're talking about my favorite part.
Okay.
You've got your, think about airplanes.
Okay.
They use these, like, super strong, lightweight fabrics.
Oh, wow.
Or specialized filters.
Wow.
They use those for, water purification. This is not your grandma's hand loom anymore.
Right.
We're talking about weaving the future here.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So, okay, that puts a whole new spin on weaving, right?
Yeah.
But I imagine some of those traditional skills
It does.
still matter.
Oh, absolutely.
Even with all the,
They're essential.
advancements.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, this guide specifically mentions, knowledge of different weaving techniques. That's crucial.
Right.
And that means you got to understand, like, the warp and weft threads.
Yeah.
Different weave patterns. It's like a whole secret language that makes the whole thing work.
Okay, so we've established this is not your grandma's hand loom.
Yeah.
This is high tech. We're talking about complex machinery.
Right.
But there's still that need for those traditional skills.
Right.
It's fascinating how those two come together.
Yeah, and that's really where the problem solving comes in.
Okay.
Imagine a thread breaks or a pattern just goes haywire.
Yeah.
Weaving machine operator.
Right.
They got to put on their detective hat.
Ooh. Like that.
Figure out what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Get everything running smoothly again.
Now that sounds like a real challenge.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
It is.
It's like those, you hear about those master crafts people who can just like sense when something is slightly off.
Yeah.
Like they just know.
Totally.
You need that for textiles.
You do.
Yeah.
It's true. You need that deep understanding.
Yeah.
And then you bring in all that knowledge of how these computer-controlled looms actually work.
Right.
That's what sets apart, a really skilled operator.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like, even with all of the tech, we're still not getting rid of the human, like the intuition.
It's that human artistry.
When the artistry, right.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's irreplaceable.
But speaking of technology, it seems like this is an industry that just keeps changing.
Oh, constantly evolving.
All the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a lot to keep up with, right?
It is.
Like you were saying, staying ahead of the curve.
Mm-hmm.
And, this guide mentioned automated production processes.
Right. Exactly.
It's not enough to just learn how to do it right now.
Yeah.
You got to be ready for where things are going.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, and this is where those example career profiles that we pulled.
Yeah.
They really show that, a weaving machine operator, it's you can really do a lot with this.
Okay.
You can
Right.
It's not just running the same machine for 20 years.
Oh, okay, cool.
You start as an assistant, right?
Right. Okay.
Learning the ropes, getting a feel for how things work.
Yeah.
And then you move up.
Okay.
Junior operator.
Okay.
You're setting up the machines yourself.
Wow.
Troubleshooting those tricky little issues.
Okay.
Maybe even showing the new recruits how it's done.
So you move up.
You move up. Senior weaving machine operator.
Oh.
Overseeing entire operations.
Oh, wow.
Finding ways to improve the processes.
Wow.
Maybe even working with the engineers on equipment upgrades.
So you could be involved in, like,
oh, yeah,
the design.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of responsibility.
It is.
That's really cool.
It is. It's a career with some serious upward mobility.
It is.
Yeah.
And not to mention, like, just the satisfaction of,
oh, absolutely,
making something.
The satisfaction of seeing that.
Yeah.
You helped create something, and now it's out there in the world.
That's really neat.
A beautiful piece of fabric, a rug, or, some high-tech textile.
Oh, yeah.
It's real, that sense of accomplishment.
So it's like you're weaving together not just threads,
right,
but like a whole career path.
That's a good way to put it.
That's cool.
I like that.
Okay, so for anybody listening who's like, okay, weaving machine operator, I'm interested.
Right.
What are the, like, big things?
Yeah, what are the takeaways?
What do we really need to remember from all of this?
Because, at the end of the day, it's all about what you can actually use, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we're talking weaving machine operator.
Mm-hmm.
What have we learned?
Well, we learned it's a really interesting mix of, technical stuff.
It is.
And then, like, the hands-on problem solving.
You got to be able to think on your feet.
Yeah, you got to be able to work with the machines.
Absolutely.
But you got to be able to figure stuff out when it goes wrong.
You got to have that mechanical aptitude.
Yeah.
But then also, that meticulous attention to detail.
Yeah. Oh.
Understanding those weaving techniques.
Yeah, and being okay with a little bit of chaos.
Well, yeah, because it's a fast-paced environment.
Right, it is a factory.
It's a modern factory.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Right.
So you got to be adaptable.
Right.
Think fast.
Yeah.
And those who can, like, roll with the punches and really embrace those new technologies, they're the ones who are going to, they're going to have the advantage.
Have the leg up, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, which leads us to those interview questions.
Yes.
We found some intense ones.
Oh, yeah, they're not messing around.
No, they're not. Like, tell me about a time you had to solve a really hard problem.
Oh, yeah, and they want to know, like, how do you think under pressure?
Right.
Can you think on your feet?
Right.
Because when the weaving floor is humming along, and then something goes wrong, they need somebody who can jump in and fix it.
Be that person.
And it's not just about,
right.
Can you do the job today? It's like, can you learn and grow?
Right. Are you going to be here in 5 years?
Are you going to be here in 5 years? And are you going to be even better then?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And you know what it really comes down to is...
What's that?
They want to see that passion.
Oh.
Because, this is a craft weaving. It's a craft. It's an art.
Right.
They want people who care about the quality.
Yeah, you got to love it.
You got to love it.
So they're not just looking for someone to do the job.
Right.
They want someone who's really invested.
You want the whole package. You got your technical skills. You got to have those problem-solving abilities. But you need that passion for it.
Yeah.
That real drive to keep learning and adapting.
So for anyone listening who's, like, about to walk into that interview, what should they do?
Well, I'll tell you what. Practice. Practice, practice, practice.
Okay.
Use those interview questions. Yeah.
Like, really use them.
Okay.
Prepare your answers.
Okay.
Show them you can think on your feet, that you know your stuff.
Okay.
Let them see how much you care about this.
Yeah. This is your chance to really, weave together your own story.
There you go.
I like it.
Show them who you are.
Yeah.
What you bring to the table.
Yeah. Show them you're not just looking for a job. You're looking to be...
to
this whole world.
Exactly. That you're not just there to punch a clock.
Yeah.
You're there to make a difference.
Because, let's be honest, a weaving machine operator...
Right.
They're not just another employee. They are super important.
They are. They keep the whole industry moving.
Yeah. They're the ones making the stuff that we...
Yeah. We wear it. We use it. It's everywhere.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Next time you put on a shirt.
Yeah.
Toss a rug on the floor.
Buckle your seatbelt.
Buckle that seatbelt.
Right.
That's a weaving machine operator.
That's amazing.
It's a career that, people don't always think about.
Right.
But it's everywhere.
It's one of those jobs you don't even realize.
It really is.
How important it is.
You don't think about it till it's gone.
Right. It just quietly makes the world go round.
There you go.
Well, on that note.
Maybe someday that'll be you listening,
Maybe. Why not?
Out there weaving the future.
Go weave the future.